The Russian invasion of Ukraine is so historically complex that there is no clear, simple political solution. Or is there? Hello there, you 5.1 million awakening wonders. Thank you for joining me on this voyage of discovery. Even though we deal with complex and challenging issues, together we can awaken. Together we can ascend. Together we can come up with conclusions that will be impossible in solitary, introspective, nasal gazing alone. Together we can come up with some new ideas. I hope you're going to come up with some. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this complex discourse.
We need to do this. It's a dirty job. Someone's got to do it, to talk about Ukraine.
We've got to talk about Ukraine. We've got to talk about a new approach to populist politics. You're more experienced than almost anybody.
Look, first things first. When there's an invasion, we must always take the side of the people who are facing troops with direct orders to violate their homes, to bombard their neighborhoods, to destroy the circumstances of their lives. And I say that without any hesitation and unconditionally. This is not something that our Western rulers do. I say this regarding the Ukrainians. When I see Ukrainians in Kharkiv, for instance, putting together Molotov cocktails by which defend their homes from the advancing Russian tanks, I applaud them. But our rulers applaud them while at the same time, when there is a 15-year-old kid in Kalkidia in the Palestinian territories throwing a stone at an advancing bulldozer with the intent to demolish his home, they call him a terrorist. So we make no such distinctions. We support the defenders of their homes, of their neighborhoods, of their communities. So today we stand with Ukraine, unconditional, no ifs, no buts, no conditionalities attached. To help Ukrainians at this very moment in time, we need to apply the same moral compass universally, making the distinctions between fashionable, deserving victims in the Ukraine and unfashionable victims in Yemen, where only 48 hours ago, I don't know whether you noticed that, Russell, or our viewers noticed it, there were 37 sorties by Saudi Arabian bombers taking out civilians in Yemen. Not in the news, unfashionable victims, who cares about them? My simple point is that to support the Ukrainian victims of Russian aggression, you have to support the Yemen victims of Saudi aggression. If you don't do that, then this is the greatest gift to Putin, because he says, okay, well, your fashionable victims are unfashionable in Moscow. I don't give a damn about them. And then you enter a relativizing narrative regarding which victims are deserving and which ones are undeserving. Moving on to something else you said, which is a crucial point. Let's forget about our little ideologies at the moment. When there are people who are dying, their circumstances, their situation must prevail and must trump our own little political projects, whether it is my political project, your political project, or NATO's political project. So the question now is, how do you stop the carnage? How do we get the Russian troops to withdraw back to their bases? And how do the Ukrainians get a chance to fight it out amongst each other, not with weapons, but with the power of arguments between the leftists and the rightists, between the communists in the Ukraine and the Nazis? And there are Nazis in Ukraine. This is not a reason to bomb Ukraine. In this country, in my country, at some point, the Nazi organization called Golden Dawn was the third largest party. So what? You bomb Greece because we have the serpent's egg hatching in our midst? No. What you do is you create the circumstances for democratic politics in Greece, in the Ukraine, in Yemen, to fight, Islamist fundamentalism, Nazism, fascism, Boris Johnson, whatever. So how do we get the Russian troops out of there?